you should treat it as a client brief. Why? Because some of you can honestly put this in your portfolio project. It's just you squeeze the most out of it. And we've provided you guys with 3 templates. Okay, this is what the template looks like. Obviously you want to do more than this, less than this, it's fine, but we gave you a basic template. It should feel like if I put your artwork next to this mood board, it needs to look like it is part of this project. So I think third one has 3 votes so far. 2 has 2 votes. And then we've got 3 votes for me. So that means our winner for tonight is this is how it will go, guys. Okay, I will share what the brief is, right? How will we execute it? There's a specific mood board that we'll provide, and the rest is up to you. If you want to experiment, of course you can, but you should treat it as a client brief. Why? Because some of you can honestly put this in your portfolio project. We wouldn't mind it, right? It's just you squeeze the most out of it. So this is what the brief is, okay? So before we start out, okay, some of you are like, oh, I've been doing graphic design for a few years. Some of you are like, okay, I just started it. It does not matter. I don't care. No one cares. Okay. Now the idea is for you to spend an hour to create something that is it. Okay. If it's good enough, and how will we decide if it's good enough? If it's interesting enough, we'll decide between ourselves, and then we will use that for the branding of Ajeeb Talks, because we did the first episode of Ajeeb Talks 2 weeks ago and we had an Egyptian artist join us, right? This time, next week, we have a few other artists lined up, right? But I want the branding of that specific thing to be made by the community, hence, which is you guys, okay? I will be designing and like with all of you guys, right? And at the end of it, it's literally like a client brief. If it's good enough, we'll use it. If it's not, it will stay in this Figma file, and obviously you can make something out of it, right? So you guys have the Figma file, and we've provided you guys with 3 templates, okay? This is what the template looks like. Obviously you want to do more than this, less than this, it's fine, but we give you a basic template. The first slide is going to be your logo, right? That is it. The second is maybe a symbol or a mark and a poster next to it. And then there is a bento grid, right? It's up to you how you want to use it. So if you want to go overboard doing more things, that's totally fine, but try to follow this template, okay? And then we have given you a mood board. The reason we gave you a mood board is because we want you guys to understand that this is what the vibe is. You guys have probably seen the Ajeeb TV logo. We've animated it. We've created an identity out of it. Arshan has worked on it. Hoor has worked on it. I have worked on it. Ans has worked on it. Ali has worked. So Farhan has worked on it. So the whole Ajeeb team is working. And now we want to open the door for you guys, okay? Now this is the aesthetic. And you may be like, oh, Areeb, I'm not an illustrator. It's fine. But you can, even if you have like a 3D version of this and this style, it still feels like it's part of this design language. I don't want you to limit yourself to this mood board, but I want you to know that, okay, it should feel like if I put your artwork next to this mood board, it needs to look like it is part of this project. This is the mood board, and then obviously some technical constraints. Just yeah, there are some things just to keep in mind. And obviously you guys are designers, so you guys know you should make it readable. You should, not copy something, and you should just not use gradients, because that's what we're not using, and use contrasting colors. So that's something you guys know, okay? So does everyone understand the brief so far? If someone has any questions, please, this is the time to ask. Any questions? No questions at all? Everyone's good? Okay, I can see some thumbs up. A few people joined in, and some of you guys are maybe joining our session for the very first time. Honestly, you can ask away. This is supposed to be fun. Okay, now that we are over here, the brief is over here, and this is how you'll do, okay? So you guys can see that there is this whole file, right? You can literally copy this, put it on the side, okay? If you can and you can change the name of it to, for example, Areeb Tariq. And then you can just start designing on this. Of course, you can use anything, just don't delete something that your friend is making, and everyone has to work in the Ajeeb Talks page. If everyone can give me a thumbs up, that means 14 thumbs up is what I need. For those of you who have your cameras open, can you guys just open your mic and give me a yes, so I know there is some energy in the room? Yes.
Can I do stuff in Illustrator and then copy?
Of course. Yeah. If you want to use Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva, your paper, it does not matter, right? The idea is that try to bring it in Figma in a bit, right? So we get to see, and we get to kind of, I can give you some ideas if I have any, or you can give me ideas. Okay, for those of you who just want to come and enjoy and actually let me know, I would like your help while I'm designing this, right? For you to help me out. So all you can do is in the chat section, or even open your mic and let me know, Areeb, this is what I'm vibing with. Because whenever I'm designing for an hour, it is not about perfectionism. It is just about trusting your instant gut. And the reason I do it with you guys a lot is because I can straight up just go like, hey, like, does this work or this work? Because I don't want to second guess, okay? Nor should you. And if you're in the middle of it and you're stuck with like 2 colors, 2 fonts, whatever, you can literally just open your mic and go like, Areeb, what should I do? And maybe we can help you out, okay? So now that the rules are clear, can everyone just copy the whole board like the way I've made it? For example, this is Areeb Tariq, and you guys just copy it, Control C and go down, Control V, and just put your name to it. Once everyone's board is ready, we will get right into it, okay? Yeah, and you don't need to stack it up next to mine. You can maybe go in somewhere in the corner. I'm going in the corner also, you know, yeah, so we are not disturbing each other, okay? Perfect. Okay, so I know Ahmed Nadeem is ready, Arshan is ready, Liam is Ahmed Abdullah, he is also ready. I don't know why he's Liam, but that's a question for some other day. We have Sumit, who is also ready. Okay, I think most of you guys are ready. If everyone is ready, can I get a thumbs up, please? And then I will get started. So I got a thumbs up from most of you guys. Okay, Vikas, are you ready? Now that we are ready, it is exactly 4:10 over here. Now we are going to put up a timer, okay? So this time I'm just gonna go to Google, okay? 1 hour timer, okay? And we're gonna put a timer over here, and our timer has started, okay? So without further ado, let's get started, okay? First things first, my artwork is over here. So now for those of you who are just enjoying, you guys, we will be checking in with other people, right, in a bit. I like how, yeah, okay, amazing. So we will be checking in with other people in a bit. Until then, I will be making my own thing and how I see the mood board coming along, right? Now, Arshan has a mood board on the side. I'm just gonna copy that. Now this is where I'm going to put this, okay? Now we have exactly an hour. Now this is how I would approach it. Now the good thing is that we have a mood board. Usually we are kind of thinking about, okay, what is the mood board and what do we make out of it? Now there's one thing that is pretty evident, which is we have a very interesting mood board. We have like some nice, so I know we have 2 words, right? Ajeeb Talks. And I like the thing that is going on over here with this logo, Estampa Folio, okay? I like the flat colors. I like this thing also on top. That's something that I like. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do. So usually I design logos in Illustrator, but this time I'm just gonna use this Ajeeb, and I want to do talk. So I want to find like a nice font that could work. Okay, so first thing is font. Okay, so I'm just gonna start looking for fonts, and let's see if we find good fonts all together. Okay, now what I'll do is actually, to make it easier, because my Illustrator workflow is much faster, Control C, I'm gonna go to Illustrator and compile everything in Figma. And this is something that we usually do a lot also, because it's just much more easier, because I've been using Illustrator for what, like 8 years. Ramesh is also here. Amazing. What's the brief? Wow, I love it, Mudassir. I spent like 15 minutes giving the brief. Thank God. Okay, Ramesh, are you going to be participating or just hanging out? I mean, that's also
let's participate, man. Let's participate.
Okay, amazing. So the Figma link is in the chat section, and the brief is also there. I'll walk you through. Let me know if the Figma link is opening for you.
I don't see any Figma link.
Okay, Hoor, can you drop it again? I think for new people. I think you got the Figma link now, Ramesh. And once you open that, if you can just look at my screen, right? Yep. So this is the design brief. Okay. We also have a mood board over here, and we're essentially making, I think a lot of people have moved this around. Amazing. We're basically making logo for Ajeeb Talks, which is our podcast that we've been doing with artists, right? And I like how some people have ruined this file. This is what happens when 20 people are on the same file, but it's okay. But yeah, so this is the mood board, this is the logo, and the template that you're kind of doing is this. So you have 1 hour to come up with a logo and take it from there, basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, amazing. Okay. And you can just copy this thing, like this whole section, put it on the side, and you can start working. For example, I'm working over here, and everyone else is working in different places basically. Now obviously you guys can expand your mood board if you want to have fun with it, whatever, but yeah, so I wanted to go to Illustrator and see what works and what doesn't. So I want to add like a few things in my mood board. The flat colors kind of just expand on it a bit more. So let me go to one of my mood boards. I like this MTV logo situation. Let's try to copy this. Let's bring it over here. I also like this visual. I'm gonna bring this over here. So now because we have like two words, which is Ajeeb and Talks, now I need to find like two good font pairing, right? So whenever I'm working with like logos like this, I always try to look into like logos with like two things. And honestly, like streetwear logos have a lot of like this vibe, which is like two words coming together, right? So I'll give you an example, or I mean, that's what I think can work sometimes. Like look at this, right? Two words like grow up worldwide, or something a bit more different. So let's try to find something that could help us out in understanding the font itself. So I know that Ajeeb is going to be the adjective in this part, right? So now that I have a mood board, even in like other cases when I'm working with clients, right, I always go like, oh, thank you for sharing your mood board, but this is what I'm also going to do on top of that, right? It's very important. Okay, if you're using client's mood board as like you know, the final book to read, that is going to put you in a position where the client is like, then why did we hire you? Okay, this is something that we kind of like, and that's probably the first page of Pinterest what the client usually shares, right? You need to go a bit deeper in understanding what it is. So ooh, this looks good. I like this. I like the fonts coming together. I usually really like this vibe of like this bleed thing happening. That's something that people achieve in Photoshop a lot, of like liquefying and stuff like that. But let's see. So iStudio is interesting. Okay, so there's a font like that I have. There would be a lot like textures that I'm imagining, but let's see. So I can do Squid. This is a font that I like. This is beautiful. Look at this guy. Okay, so Ajeeb Talks could be this, and Ajeeb could be something different, right? So this could be, let's find a font that works. I was using this font the other day. There was also like a 1 hour project that I did for like my last boot camp's last day. We did like a challenge with the students. Oh yeah, there's a YouTube video also about it. But this is the font that I was using over there, and I absolutely love this font. It's called Jaro, right? Okay, let's go over here. Jaro. Oh, it's not available over here. Is it because it's only in Figma? That's so weird. But okay, let's try to create like a few pairings of fonts, right? They could be weird, they could be interesting. That's something that we'll figure out. I like the all lowercase kind of vibe over here. So that's like one option. We could go with something that always works, is Awesome, Ajeeb, and then Helvetica. Awesome and Helvetica have the best font pairing in terms of my experience. But this is very like, this is like not a bad aesthetic, but it has been used a lot. Like you may have seen this a lot of like streetwear companies and like, you know, using this font. So I don't want to use this. Okay, let's go with ooh, this looks good. This is Badeen. Okay, let's do all caps on this. Okay, I like this.
Is it the same Badeen that we tried?
Yeah, it's that.
Like the
yeah,
Arabic one.
Yeah, it's the Arabic one, and it also has like an English version of it. Amazing.
Lovely.
Yeah, and I think we could go with Monument, go all caps. We could go, or we could do Stretch Pro. Yes. Wow. Genius. Something like this. Okay, so this is another option, right? So we have one, they all have a different vibe. I want to do like a third one, and then we can kind of start to figure out like, okay, what is the vibe? And for the third one, like I need to look at a few examples. This one looks good, but like I know that like Talks is like the main thing, right? Ajeeb is Ajeeb at the end of the day, like the name of the company or the main thing, and then it comes down to this. Okay, let's go to a few. I had like an ADF mood board. Yep, ADF sticker board. Okay, come on, why is it glitching? I'll just go to my pins and search for Control F sticker ADF. Why is it so hard to navigate through these boards? You know, this should be. By the way, on a side note, I want to show you guys something, which is that I have been using a lot of not a lot. I spent like 20 minutes, but okay, I think this is good. So flat colors, and it kind of wraps up in this style. I love this visual of Nike. I don't know, we can do something about it. I just want to put this over here. Okay. If you guys, by the way, for those of you who guys are working, if you go to Ajeeb TV in the next page, right, there are some interesting assets that you will find, the helmet or certain things that we have been making, right? So if you guys want to draw, like take something from there, you guys can definitely do that. Okay, just up to you. I'm just giving you all of the assets that you guys need. Okay, so just a little timer check. We are looking at 48 minutes are left, guys. I hope you guys are doing good, because 48 minutes. Bilal, I wouldn't give a lot of like pressure right now if it's on the Ajeeb vibes yet. Why? Oh, I didn't even close this Photoshop document since that day, but let's close this. I think the Ajeeb pressure, like the thing is that it needs to get to a point where we feel like, you know what, it's the other elements that also come into it. But yeah, we need another example of the logo. Let's do it, because I think in the next 5 minutes we should be done with the logo, so I can move into colors and then obviously visual elements. Right, so let's go again. Okay, flat color branding. Yeah, that's what I'm searching now. Oh, this is good. Even like this idea that I had a while back could be used. So I think with 1 hour branding things, there is this one element, like one good element that comes with like making random brands, is that you get to just have so many ideas lying around. For example, I have this idea, right? I made a while back as like a practice thing, Ajeeb Design Fest 2026. It's like a very Hot Wheels kind of vibe, but it could be Ajeeb Talks, you know, and I have the Illustrator file sitting somewhere. So I could leverage this. Yep, here is the file, AD of 2026. Because I think once you have created something, right, it exists, and like bringing it like in a different vibe is not that big of an issue. This is the font, like the main one. No, this is okay. So Ajeeb could be used. This one, what font is this? This is SK Academy. Okay, whatever the name is. Let's bring this over here. So let's do Talks, and let's do Ajeeb. And the other day I was experimenting with and sometimes to get like a perfect size, I've realized this thing. So for example, the Talks is 194. Let's say I make it 190, right? And Ajeeb could be 190 divided by 2. So I get exact half of it. So I'm not like guessing, oh, what is the proportion of it? I want it to be 50%, you divide that by 2. As simple as that. But sometimes it's like, oh, divide by like, I don't know, 4.5, whatever like ratio that you want to get with. But so I think this does not work as good, but we'll make it slightly bigger, something like this. Okay. Now we can use this tool called free transform. No, this one, shear scale. Okay, nope, this is not doing it in the perspective. I want it to be in a perspective. Nope, not working. There is a tool for it. I just don't know which one. We'll do it in Photoshop to save time, but I want to get like the same vibe that I have over here, which is the reason it kind of works also. Let's bring these guys over here. Maybe not the blue one, but as like a purple one also works. But either way, wait, let me just bring this over here. Control C, and I want to get like that vibe first, right? And okay, let's do this. So I've curved everything, that's why it looks even better, right? So I'm gonna copy this, put this over here. Okay. And by the way, in 10 minutes, I will be checking in on Figma what you guys are doing. So excited to see that. But let's do create outlines. Let's select both of them. Let's center aligned. Can you guys hear me and see me? Okay, because I think are you stuck, or I think Arshan is also stuck.
Yeah, मैंने Illustrator खोल लिया था.
Oh, okay. I think Arshan is maybe having the same problem. It's okay, guys. There will be a day when we all will have the best PCs ever. So I think we've made it into a nice curvy thing. Okay, now I'm gonna take this into Photoshop. Now this is not the best trick, right? There is probably a better way to do it, but this is what I do. I take it into Photoshop, smart object, no, Control C, okay, and Control V. Okay, view, window, workspace, reset essentials. Okay, I want to convert it into a raster object, rasterized layer. Okay, and I want to give like this effect to it, right? It's not perfect, but it looks beautiful, and we can give like a very exaggerated feel to it also. So this looks amazing. What I'll do is I'll control C, I'll take a screenshot of it, and I will take it back to Illustrator again, and then I'll click on image trace so I can get pixel perfect, expand, and boom. And let's remove the whites. Okay guys, so now we have three options. Now this is where I need your help. For those of you who are watching, and for those of you who are not, and if you're even working, which one do you guys think work best? I'm just gonna label them so you guys can help me decide. Okay, so this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so Bilal has voted for 3. What about the rest of you guys? What do you guys think? Hamad says 1. Okay, Suwaibia. Oh, Mazen, Habib, I think you joined late.
The third one.
The third one, okay. Third one is winning. Who, if you had to vote for one, what would you go for? 2, okay. So I think third one has 3 votes so far. 2 has 2 votes. Third one has 4 votes. Okay, interesting. I think third is winning, right? I think we should lock in the third one. Okay, so even though like these have very good personalities, now just like between us as a designer to a designer, now these are just 2 very good ideas that I can just put on the side, because I know that one day I'm working on a project, either it could be personal or a client. That's an idea that already like the seed has been planted. So this is our logo, like the final logo that has been locked. Okay, now we can play around with a few concepts. I did like the idea of having this feel to it, right? So I want to create like this version of it, which is something like this. So how do we create something like this? Is Control C, Control B. So we get the same thing, send it all the way back, go to object, not expand, path, and then I think it is offset path. Yep. And we can make it to like 20 points, right? And we can group it and we can make it into orange and send it. See, okay, I think this is a good decision. This already looks just beautiful. And then what we can do is we can click on the black part. Let's make it neon green, right? And this is what we get. And the background could be this one. Not bad, but I think the part where we have this, right? I just feel like we can fill up all of the areas over here. For some reason, I feel like we can do that just to get like a better feel. So let me just make a...
Or even with the shape builder tool, you can do it.
Yeah, I think that could have been easier. And yeah, I could log this in, select all of this, Shift M, and let's just make it all into a shape builder. Oh, what is this? Whatever. Okay, this is what.
And then you just fill it up again.
Yeah, okay. But the problem with this is you can see that we are getting like these pointy things. I don't want that. So how do we avoid that? Let's remove this. Let's put this over here. Let's just do this. Okay. So we should be looking at fixing, just like getting to the next step right after this. So I think this one looks good with this color palette because of the thing. What if we just made it orange? No, what if we just made it this, and this could be removed, and Control C, Control B. Okay, and let's go to again object, path, offset path, and I want to make it round. That is very important. I think this is the part that we missed. And what if we do 20 over here? What do we get? 20. Okay, and let's do 50 over here. So we get something that is very chunky coming out. Not 50, maybe 30. Something that just finishes the area. I think we can think about what happens with this area with this. I think it's a nice element. Okay, let's do okay. Let's select all of this. Even this looks like a beautiful element. It does look like, I mean, can you read the word talk over here or no?
I can.
You know? Right?
I can't read Ajeeb. I can read talk.
I think we can read the talks.
Yeah, I think this is a very nice...
E looks B.
Yeah, E looks like a B. That's true. Right click, ungroup all. Okay, so this is a very nice element that we could use. Okay, I'm going to save it on the side. See, this is like we've made like our own element so far. Okay, and what I want to experiment is that, okay, if we do this and if we do orange, and if we do, let's just make it all into like one shape for now. Okay, and let's draw overhead. Okay, and let's bring in these guys over here, right? And let's do center align, do this.
For some reason it looks like, like chabi jayegi iske andar.
Yeah.
Like a lock.
Yeah. Okay, this is, I don't know what this is. And let's just fill up this shape. But I'm more interested in the idea that we randomly made the Talks logo with the shape, right? I want to see. Okay, so this is a good option. Okay, we have this. We can add a stroke to it. Let's try adding like a blue stroke. And let's do something like this. Nope, does not look good. Let's just do this. Okay, for now I think this is a good option. Let's make this blue. Okay, blue and this old ADF colors, this does look good. Let's move this over here. Let's take these bad boys. Okay, and let's make the background maybe orange. We can think about better colors after this, but I think this is very interesting. Okay, so Talks looks nice. Let's increase the stroke on it first. Let's go with like 3, 4, maybe something like this. No, slightly less. Okay, and the Ajeeb part, let's say, what if we switch it, right? We send it all the way to the back and we make it all the way orange, right? And we get just the word Ajeeb from here and see if this helps. Because if we lock this like logo in, we will have such a cool concept all together. And we select both of these things, we bring it all the way to the top. Control group, and if we select all of this and this, and we bring all the way top. Okay, I honestly really like this. I don't mind. I feel like the orange is a bit too much. Let's say we go with something like this. Hey, black looks fine. I don't want it to be black. It could be like slightly different. But black is a bit too much. It just kind of takes away that part, but that is one option. The other one I'm thinking is if I do this over here, and do this. Okay, guys, now we have, I think these both versions of the logo could be used. Yeah, I personally don't mind it. I feel like this looks good. What do you guys think? For those of you who are not designing, like lockups, yeah, it could be like a nice lockup. We could think about maybe if we're looking at this, let's do Shift M, so it's like one object now. Okay, yeah, and instead of this color, let's say we do this blue color, right? And no, what am I doing? Okay, and this one is something like this. Okay, I like this. Okay, this is an interesting option. Okay, so we could work with this. Now we'll do like a quick check-in with our friends in our Figma file. Okay, what is going on? So we will check with Arshan first. Arshan, are you here with us? Would you like to share some thoughts and like what is going on?
I'm just going through different typography styles. एक तो talks के लिए I imagined using it, making like a cable from a mic. अभी मैं mic को set up कर रहा हूँ.
Okay.
I kind of really liked the mic that was made by our first podcast interviewee. So I'm kind of taking inspiration from that, and like uska wire would be used to make talks, and somehow that's the idea that I had in mind. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, no, I think this also looks like, I like the feel of it with the stroke, especially this reminds me of That's All Folks, that Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
it has that vibe. I don't know, that's just what came to my head. I think the Ajeeb part needs to be worked on, like the Ajeeb text. I feel like voice ke saath nahi baith raha yet, right. But I honestly, I can't say anything right now because you're still building the mic and everything. So yeah, okay, very cool. Thank you, Arshan, for sharing. Next we have Sumit. Sumit is working on a very beautiful visual. He's also using a mic and a wire. He's using Monument and this. Sumit, would you like to share with us what is going on over here? Okay, I think we'll wait for Sumit to join us. Okay, other than that, I think Vikas is still working on his logo structure. Mudassir has something over here. Okay, so Mudassir has a very weird structure of our logo. Okay, very cool, interesting. Okay, I think a lot is,
I don't know what I'm doing, but
yeah, no one knows, that's the best part, so just enjoy. Okay, Ahmed, this is the first Urdu version of Ajeeb Talks logo. Ahmed has made this, which looks very interesting. Looks very medieval for some reason. I like where this is going. So very interesting, Ahmed. I just don't think you need this part under the ain, like this curve, because this makes it look like a hook, right? But other than that, like I like how the base coming along and how the rest of the things are. So okay, very interesting. Oh, this is Ahmed Abdullah. Oh, this is Ahmed Abdullah then. Okay, and then we have Ahmed doing this, which is taking inspiration from Yusuf's thing. Okay, very cool. Okay, we've got some progress so far. Now just a little time check-in, guys, is that we have exactly 28 minutes left. Okay, so let me just get back to my work then. Okay, I need to figure out a color palette situation. I like this, but I feel like this is a bit too intense. I don't want to go with black because I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Okay, I don't think Ajeeb Talks should be in black. That's my opinion. Now let's go to Pinterest and let's look at like best way to figure out branding, like colors and all of that. Just search for a branding case study and you'll find something and just copy the colors from there. That's like the best way to go about it. Let's look at a few projects and let's see what we get. I like the pink and this thing over here. It has also like a black vibe. I don't mind it. I'm gonna bring this visual over here. So I think now I can work in Figma. I think that would be much more easier for me to do. Let me remove this and let me remove this. Boom. Now what I'll do is to save time, right? I'll start like the good thing in Figma, or like honestly Illustrator also, you decide on a color pattern and you can change it. Like there is no problem with that. Okay. Okay, another thing for a color palette, another reference would really help us, because the reason, like for example, Ajeeb Talks is like a podcast that we're doing, right? So every time I send an invite to someone, I want to send them like a nice artwork that they're like, okay, you'll be a part of this, because once we like live so much digitally, which is sad, but although at the same time, how to make the most out of it, you know? So that's why like branding this is very essential when you bring in like new people to our, like for example, all of you, if not most of you, discovered Yusuf for the first time 2 weeks ago. Imagine there's this Egyptian artist that we would never cross path, and like my aim is that I am also pushed to like connect with more artists, talk to them, be friends with them. So it's like a nice segue into like good friendship and collaboration. And the same goes for you guys. So you guys can also do the same. What other project am I doing? This one is not bad though, but I've used this color so much, you know, but maybe that's what I think. Okay, I don't need to think too much. Let's just lock in another color palette. Okay, let's go with this one. I love this one. This reference I've used a lot in my YouTube videos also. I like the gray and the pinks and whatever. Okay, let's put this and boom, right? Now the best thing about Illustrator is you can just literally drag and drop things. So Control C, let's bring in both of our logos in Figma. Control V. Okay, amazing. Now this is going to be our main logo. So thank you. Arshan made this template, by the way, for us. So you guys can thank Arshan later. And now the pressure is double on Arshan, because if Arshan made a template, Arshan should make it good for himself. But that's something that Arshan can figure out for himself. Okay, so let's say we have this.
Let's try to be fair, you know.
Okay,
I tried to make the template with my eyes closed.
Okay,
so that's fair for everyone.
And Arshan also helped, like, you know, worked with me in making the brief, so he knew it. So if anyone should do the best brand tonight in this 1 hour, is Arshan. So just letting you know, Arshan, the pressure is high. Okay, so we have this, and let's try.
This is not helping Areeb.
Okay, let's try with the gray thing at the back. Let's look at the pink. Let's make it pink, and let's do this part. Let's make it green. I think let's not do the pink. I like the black gray situation. I don't know, this doesn't look good though. Why am I struggling with the color so much?
If you try the purple green that we did for this session.
The purple green, can you elaborate on that, please?
The one that we've used for this session, ke post, etc.
Okay, those ones. Yeah, I think we could use that. Yeah, but I don't know, with this one, I like this one. I think this is good. We have in a different logo also. Let's say if I use this, this color could be this, and the blue could be, I'm not gonna think too much. Okay, and then I can logo mark and symbol. Let's put this over here. Like this could be our logo mark and symbol somewhere over here. And thank you, Hoor, for bringing this. Okay, now we can have this. Okay, amazing. This is an interesting thing, and I think the Ajeeb part could be black. Yep. Okay, looks good. Okay, Ajeeb Talks. Oh, I love how Talks is written, by the way. I'm so proud how randomly it came out to be so good. Okay, and we need like a nice poster visual over here. Now, if I look at like this thing...
You know these lines? The outline one that you made?
Yeah.
It can be something like a sound. It looks like sound waves. So Ajeeb Talks is in the middle and these sound waves are behind it, if that makes sense. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I think उसको हम एक pattern बना सकते हैं उससे. Yes, I can imagine how we could kind of do that. Let's see if I bring it over here. Okay, and I want to utilize this and I want to make it, let's say, pink. Okay, and I will group this and I'll put this over here and I will make this black. Yeah, and Control C, Control V. I'm sure there is a better way to do this, but I'm just going to try out like these. I think this idea about sound wave is something that I'm committing to for now, which creates like this. I don't know, even the World Cup has like a very cool thing. By the way, the other day I went to a bookstore and I saw like these very cool like the 2026 World Cup cards pack or whatever, and it was for like 20 euros or something, and I was so tempted to buy it, and then I was like, you know what, I'll buy it on my way back, and then I did not. But yeah, I was very tempted to just spend money on getting, you know, these cards, because when I was young I used to get a lot of those wrestling cards, you know, those Rey Mysterio and all of those ones. I was obsessed with them, but then I grew up. And I was like, was it worth it growing up and letting go of all of this? Okay, so I think this is good. The pink, this. So let's say this is our poster. Right click, make frame selection. Yes. Yo, beautiful. Okay. So now we are working with the bento grid. Okay. How much time do we have? But at least I'm so happy that, okay, we've got 20 more minutes. Okay. Ramesh, you have a very serious face on. Would you like to share what your thoughts are? What are you working with? I know you came in late, so I'll give you, 5-10 minutes if the jury decides. But would you like to share with us in which software are you right now in?
I'm in Figma as well as I'm using Illustrator. Both of them are like going at.
Okay, no, fair enough.
Trying to do something, I don't know, because there's like so much of a limited time. Yeah. So I'm like thinking too much.
Okay, yeah, that's the part. You don't have to just commit and let go. I think Vikas, you are also working in interesting. Oh, I like the reference, by the way, the Atari reference that you have. I am excited to see how will you create that over here. What was the brief? Mustafa, did you just join in? The brief is on the Figma file over here. Mustafa, it is over here. Do you have the Figma link, Mustafa? If not, who will share it with you? But we're basically making Ajeeb Talks branding. Okay. Now I am going to work on the bento grid. Arshan has given us a few good things to just like put in. So I'm just going to, do that. All the colors, and I think we should have more colors, right? So we also have a blue over here. And what else do we have? Do we have an orange? Okay, we also have an orange, so we can use that. Okay, now Pakistani Standard Time, Mustafa, but either way, we had an event on school. Everyone showed up on time except you. Okay, so I don't know if you got the time wrong or the rest of the 18 people. Okay, but it's okay, Mustafa, you're here. You only need 20 minutes. I know you'll make something of a banger, or maybe we'll give you some extra 10 minutes. I hope that is okay. Okay, so I need a few more. It says Karachi time on school. Okay, okay. So let's lock in a few things. Oh, this is what is happening. Okay, I'm going to look into this later. Now let's go to the mockups, right? Okay, that is a very good thing. Okay, so what mockups are we using? To save time, I'm just gonna go in my download section, see whatever mockups do I have to get like a vibe right in front of us. Okay. So pizza box, no, we don't need that. Now we need some relevant. Okay, I like this signboard situation. Why is this a JPEG? I need PSD. Okay, PSD. Let's do PSD in my downloads. It's okay, Mustafa. You are here and don't worry about it. So I don't need a mug, even though mug would be a very interesting thing. But why do we always make a phone mockup would be nice. a billboard could be used. Can I use a billboard to have something horizontal? I kind of do. Okay, so I think let's do like a billboard design. I could put in some, okay, we could do something. Okay, we could do like, so let's say I'm doing like a billboard design, right? So I'm just going to literally search for billboard design. That's it. So if I find something nice, it can work, because the idea always is like, you just, so if I have like some nice tagline for this. So if I go over here, oh, nope. Okay. Not this. Let's look into, let's just go to chat. Okay, so let's find a nice billboard design. So we put the logo on the corner. We could do this half thing also, or we could just have something interesting. Okay, so let me just go over here. Let me go to Figma. Okay, what if we take this, Control C. Let's copy it as a PNG. Let's bring it over here and let's put this somewhere like this. This is another brand I did in 1 hour, Cola Nova. Nothing came out of it, but something can come, who knows. Let's select this color, it's copied. Let's make a new document, boom. Now I want to add something where I could show like, okay, two people are talking. So I'm kind of looking at like a talk show, TV show kind of vibe, like a mic situation. I think the mic thing is something. Now I could look, let's see, what do we get? So I need like a few good taglines. Let me just make a new chat. Let's close this. So this will help us, and it is for Ajeeb, called Ajeeb Talks. So yeah, so this will help us give us like good taglines, so we make sure whatever we write in the mockup. I think we've with ChatGPT we've kind of moved in, or like with AI, of not using lorem ipsum. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a time people were using lorem ipsum, and I hated that. Creative minds in dialogue is very nice. Dialogue for designers, creative exchange, unexpected conversations worth keeping, where weird works, think different, talk Ajeeb. Think different, talk Ajeeb is something that I like. So either we use think different, talk Ajeeb, or creative mind in dialogue. Which one should we do, guys? Think different, talk Ajeeb. Okay, thank you, Bilal. That is all I needed. Let's do this. And I think now we have to look into, what is our different font that we could use. So let's say we could use Helvetica. What if we used Monument, or even
Think Different?
Which one?
I was just remembering the Think Different by Sunava. It was a campaign by Apple.
Okay. No, I think Think Different we've seen a lot. Like, it's a very rebellious kind of notion that a lot of people use. Okay, Think Different, talk Ajeeb. But what are we trying to do in this poster? Like when we are like working with this like visual part of it just becomes so weird. Like, okay, what are we doing? How are we doing it? Now I could do one thing. So if you guys want to watch,
maybe the helmet guy comes in.
Maybe, yeah, I think the helmet guy could easily come in. I think we could put the helmet guy in, let's say. By the way, I was working on a few of my own helmet guy versions, in Nano Banana, because what I did was, by the way, I did this and I made a few renders. I was experimenting. Look at this. So I've been experimenting a bit with, Nano, the C Dance 2. Yeah, it is insane, right? Like, yeah, but I don't have a use case yet. Like, where will I use it? Like, I was talking to Hood yesterday, and I was like, we could like, whatever like branding we select, either it's the one I make or the one you guys are making, we could create like a campaign out of this, like a very next level one. I know it will trigger a few people on the internet if you're using AI imagery, but we can play around with it. I want to kind of see. Yeah. So, and this is one of my favorite ones that I made. Like, it's just beautiful. Either way.
But just the upper wali thi, there were posters behind it.
Yeah.
So, is it possible for us to also change these posters?
I think there is. I need to create a scene alag se. Character, I have my ready, right, as you guys can see. I have to create a scene alag se, and then I kind of merge them together. Like, look at this, right? Like, great, feel to it. Okay. So what I can do is I can put my guy over here, for example. Okay. And I want to take like a talk show image. Okay. Images. I think like a Jimmy Fallon thing could be interesting. I don't want Obama. We'll just replace the other person, right? Later on, I think, but this looks good. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully we get like a good render ASAP. Until then, we can look into like the other mockups while AI is taking its time. Okay, replace the person in the first image with both the people in the second image. Right, and yep, I think this is good. We are getting not 2x3. I want 16:9. 3 generations. Okay, this is going to give us something. Now while it is doing that, we know that we can put like this horizontal mood thing over here. What else can we do? Right now, let's look into a few other mockups. Oh, this is good, like this box situation thing. Okay, another this is also a project that I did in 5 minutes. Actually, this was done on call. Maham was talking to, she's like, oh, I have this idea of design dissect or design whatever, and then we ended up making I just made this logo in 5 minutes. Either way, let's change this logo. Let's add like some of our...
By the way, just 8 minutes left.
8 minutes? I think I want to, you know what? I'm just gonna choose this document. Yeah. Control C, and I'll just use this one over here, and yeah, somewhere like this, and can enter. Are we getting like a good vibe? Okay, good. This looks beautiful. The cable can be changed a bit. The color of the cable, let's make it not green. Yeah, I think green can be done. Yeah, let's just not think about it too much. Okay, this is a good thing. I'm just going to use the same element. It's fine. We don't have much time. Okay. Control C. Let's go back. And let's put this over here in the middle. Okay, we've gotten this. Amazing. And I am going to do this. Okay, we've got one image done. Let's see a few more, okay? But I want to check in with you guys. Okay, Mudassir has something going on over here, which is very cool. By the way, don't put the pressure of completing all of the slides. This was just to get started. Okay, Sumit has already some very cool visuals and posters. Ahmed Nadeem is almost done. Okay, this is very cool. Okay, I'm so excited. Do you guys want 10 extra minutes? Yes or no? That's up to you guys.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Any more? Yes? Okay. Bilal is just enjoying. He's like 10 more minutes of this show. What about the rest of you guys? Do you guys want? Okay. Sumit also said yes. So we'll give like 10 more minutes. Okay. Just because you guys. Okay. Just because you guys asked. I don't need 10 more minutes. I can finish in 8 minutes. No, I cannot. I'm just. Okay. Ajeeb Talks. I like what, Ramesh is doing. I'm very excited to see. He has a podium also over here. Okay, amazing. It looks like a press conference, but okay, now I'm going to just focus on my own work. I know you guys are probably thinking, why is Areeb talking so much? What the hell is this AI thing? Look at this now. Obama and Jimmy Kimmel are in this. I hate AI sometimes. Okay. Now this is where Control C. Okay, now let's go to ChatGPT again. Okay, let's put this image again. Let's go to Nano Banana and let's look at our guy. Let's look at this guy, Control C, and let's go to ChatGPT again. Let's put this in. The black shirt is the host, and the guest could be wearing like a neon green shirt with the black Ajeeb logo on top. Yeah. Let's see, whatever we get, we'll use that, because we don't have much time. We've got 3 minutes left, so that means 10 more minutes, so we've got 13 more minutes, okay? Okay, amazing. And we can't do more than that because my camera may die also. So, yeah. Can this be a good YouTube video? Who knows? But we have got a prompt over here. Bismillah. Let's copy this. Control C over here. Let's go back over here. Boom. And let's generate. I hope this time we get something worth using. Okay. Now, while it is doing that, let's go back to our thing. Okay. So we've got a color palette. We've got one of the posters. And it would be nice to have like a post. So I think there's a post that we made before. I'm going to use the same one, maybe in this style, see how that works. And let's bring this over here. Okay, I think my eyes are like working with this. Oh, I like this template also with like the photo and everything. But let's say we use something. Okay, I need something horizontal. Okay, let's go back here. Do we have a horizontal version of this artwork? Okay, we do. Oh, this could have been like a nice mascot though, but either way, let's do this. Okay, and Control X, do clip content, boom. Okay, let's put Yusuf somewhere over here, and maybe we can make the background this thing, and let's make the font 20. I'm just going to use this as like a pose thing. Okay, and we can have something like this. I don't like this. We can remove this. I like that we already have like these stroke things. Yeah, we can have this somewhere over here on the left, and then we can write some information like which we already have somewhere over here with Areeb Tariq, maybe Control C, and we could do this. And the font that we could use is we could use Helvetica, honestly, Helvetica, and this could work like this. We can have something over here, so like I can put the Ajeeb TV logo, or I can just say school.com/Ajeeb TV, and let's do Helvetica new bold, boom, and let's make it smaller. Let's put it over here. Okay, right now this is what we're committing to. Let's not think about it too much. Okay, let's put this over here. Yes, okay, this looks so much better, right? And this thing at the back that we have, this is an image, this is a mask, this union, yep, this color could be changed to this. Amazing. Okay, and instead of the yellow that we have, the star, that could be like this blue color, because we have that in our color palette. And this thing that we have, this yellow could be, again, it could be like this orange, and this could be, yeah, I think black is fine. Okay, amazing. So this is what we have. Another thing, now let's see what did, oh, here it is, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this image. See, it took us some prompting. Not that we did something, it's all AI, but doesn't look that bad. Look at this. Okay, now what we can do is, we have a few other options also. Let's see which other options do we have. Let's make it full screen. Yeah, this one looks good. This is like, okay, we could make the clothes slightly better, obviously, but with just like something a bit more. But let's do this. Let's do something like this. Let's put this all the way at the back. Let's see if we can get like a nice effect by just doing something. Oof, looks good, but no. Let's do convert to smart object. Let's do this. Okay, that means we can do something which could be like this. And this, I could do image adjustment threshold, and let's see if we can get like a nice talk show image, something like this. Okay, and we could make this smaller somewhat over here, and let's remove all of the whites, so we get, nah, it's not working, I think. Okay, so what I think is that this could work. Okay, something like this. Okay, we could do this. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, we need like a scene in the middle. Okay, and what I want to do is, let's say Control C. Okay, now I can refine this prompt even more by doing something like this, copy image, and I can go to ChatGPT again. I can go like, okay, this is the image that I got, which is good, and I want the background, let's say I want the background to be pink. Yeah, let's make the background pink. Control C, let's get this color code. Okay, now this is where I feel like the next phase comes in with these AI things, right? Okay, so this is what I got, and I want like them to be slightly smaller in the center of the page, and instead of this background of the city that I had, I want it to be looking like an unrealistic interesting background of a city, right? But there's a color code that I've attached. I want it to be with like that shade of a city in the background, you know, so I can, when I use like black text later on, it looks good. So can you give me like a prompt that I can add on literally by attaching this image in Higgsfield, and I can get that. Now we'll get even a refined image, because now like one thing that even that we're doing at the studio is like really analyzing, right, like how do we scale up our way of like presenting things, and this is where like AI does really help a lot. So let's see. Okay, this is already looking fire. Okay, so use the provided image and the base thing. Okay, let's go. Perfect. We're getting this, and I think we can get like a very good language of the scene itself. Okay, and how much time do we have left? So our time is up over there. I think we have exactly how much time, Hur?
4 minutes.
4 minutes, 4 more minutes, guys. Okay, no matter how much progress you have, it's fine. Just try to bring everything in Figma until then, guys. And what we'll do is just get like this final image, and we will then, you know, take it from there. Okay, and generate. I want it to be even wider. I can do like a 21:9, so I can get something way stretched out. Okay, let's wait for this to happen, and boom. Okay, so we have this, what else can we do until then? One more mockup, you know. I've used this mockup before. This is a wayfinding sign. We can maybe use this signage, your image over here. Okay, Control C, and let's add this color in the background. Oh, actually I want to use this one. I want to use this, and I want to use this in the background. Control S. Let's see what do we get. Okay, beautiful signage over here. Let's put this signage over here maybe. Let's do clip. Yep, and let's put this over here. Okay, I think this is done. Let's see what do we get over here. Oh, let's go, guys. I think we have our beautiful solution to this. I would make the helmet slightly better, but I think we're getting something on brand with our colors, right? So let's go over here to this mockup, and let's send it all the way over here. And maybe the logo can have like a you know, different version to it, and we can have this over here, and this, I mean, it's not a 4K image, but it's okay. We'll, you know, filter, noise, add noise. Let's add some noise. Perfect, noise looks good. This one, I will just do a jugaad right now. Click on the pinks, duplicate it, bring this pink color over here, top. Okay, done. Okay, Control S. We have our billboard also ready. Look at this. Okay, now let's select this, screenshot, frame, clip content, boom. And this is what we can do. Okay, now one more visual over here. You know what? I'm just going to do this. No, I don't want to use the same thing. Okay, one last visual. What are we doing with this?
Time's up.
Time
It's
is
gone.
up.
Finish.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think I'll do this image later on. Who knows? Okay, guys. So we are done. Okay, can everyone just drop their mic? Okay, we've got a lot to look at, a lot to go through. Make sure to have your cameras open. I want to ask you guys what you guys have been updating and doing. Okay, perfect. So should we get started, guys? Can I see your faces? I know that you guys are not working. I see some cursors moving, but I would appreciate if you guys can stop. This is like that MasterChef moment, you know? Please show me your hands. Okay, perfect. Nice to see you, Usman. I'm just gonna wait for a few other cameras to open so we can get right into it. So we will start off with, okay, so let me just take it step by step. I'll go from bottom to top. Okay, amazing. Okay, we've got something very interesting going on. First up, let's see. Arshan, are you here with us?
Hello, I'm here. Yeah.
Perfect, Arshan. I think this is looking very interesting. Would you like to walk us through your concept? I think you shared the thing. I feel like this wire thing is coming together, but please go ahead. I'd love to hear.
Yeah, I kind of like the wire thing. The Ajeeb, I like it when it's like a tall text, because then it somehow like balances with everything else. But masla is particular font ka ye ke wo J is being a little not very visible, you know?
Yeah.
So khair, I bit the bullet in Mahatman because like आगे और दो और slides भी मैंने करनी थी फिर. So I went forward. अब मैंने left side पे I was making, you know, the logo mark at this point should be the mic, I feel like, but then I added like this sound wave thing, and then I took it towards the poster as well.
Yeah.
And it just gave me like an idea that maybe this entire thing could be a poster. So yeah.
Yeah, no,
you know,
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
left side is like Ajeeb, and the right side is like the guest वगैरह, they're communicating, they're talking, you know, they're like I guess represented by the two mics. फिर उसके बाद the bento grid happened, जिसमें to be honest time की काफी किल्लत थी, तो इसलिए पूरा नहीं हो पाया, but did my best. Took inspiration from one of the mood board images, right? I really liked the bench and the spotlight, so I added 2 benches in the same vibe.
Yeah, this one. Yep.
And pretty much फिर उसमें एक और है जिसमें you know a live stream is being shown. You're with the guest, might be designing together or something.
Okay, lovely. No, this is very interesting. Does anyone have any thoughts that they would like to share about Arshan's work? What do you like? What do you not like? What can be done? Anything at all? Feel free to open your mic and share with us. But one thing that I would like to say, I think this is kind of what's bothering me is like the Ajeeb wala font, but I would look at it from a perspective of like Talks is the main part, right? So even if you have like something that's not like with Ajeeb, like if we think about it, like if you're, for example, if we do just Ajeeb and we do just something like this, for example, like so like I can just focus on Talks. That's what like my
somehow it's like a million times better. Now that you put it in this perspective.
Yeah, because like we already know we are on Ajeeb TV, or like this is Areeb doing it, or like, you know, that Ajeeb context is there. So don't give so much attention to Ajeeb. Like
that's true.
The talks is the main thing. So like, oh, Ajeeb is doing like a talk. So it's like, you know, how in even Design Festival, Ajeeb is like the smallest, and then Design Fest, because we need to tell you Ajeeb is like the main noun towards like it, that kind of work. So like I would kind of look at it with this scale, and obviously once you change the font to something that kind of helps you, even Helvetica, bold,
you're totally right on that.
Yeah, so I think uske baad like all my attention is on like what this story is of the mic and like what you've done, which is so like this is the creative element, right? Phir aux aa gayi hamare paas, so like yeah, that's what I would look at. Maybe then you take the mic slightly niche, slightly chota to like fit this, but like yeah, I think yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, overall beautiful, right? I feel like even doing this kind of just puts it in like a horizontal iske lockups would be hard to do because it's such a free flowing thing, which is a good problem to have. But then you could be making like a few badges, you know, those stamp type stuff, you know, then you have like that thing that opens up for this. But this is like an amazing concept, and I feel like yeah, this direction should be worth exploring. But overall good that you took your own brief and executed
my own brief.
Yeah. But next up we have Soevia will come to you in a bit. Zen, we have our logo with Zen. Zen, would you like to walk this through what is going on with your logo?
So I only could like miss a logo bana saka, like I had to go.
Okay. But
I had a mood board, like मैंने uploaded जो मेरा idea था.
Yeah, please.
So
but I like the fact that you've like the Ajeeb font is very interesting. Even like what you're doing with the logo is very interesting, and especially like this one, like the tagline with it is very much of a nice element that you're kind of taking through. Okay, it becomes part of the logo. I really like it. I feel like yeah, I want to see more of it. Like it looks like a very exciting start. Like it's maybe I think the same issue is there. Like you can play with like Talks a bit more. Ajeeb can be slightly shorter, but like this one can still work. But yeah, I think very interesting. I like this and good stuff. I would like to see you do more of this. I know time is always the issue with stuff like this. So good stuff, Zan. Next up we have Ahmed with us. Ahmed Abdullah. We cannot hear Ahmed. We'll wait for Ahmed to come in, right? Yes. Yes, we can hear you now, Ahmed. Yes, please to walk us through what is going on. Looks very interesting.
तो like मैंने कहा कि cause उर्दू मुझे थोड़ी ज़्यादा पसंद है, and you know आपको भी पसंद है. I was like अजीब करते हैं, तो जो आइन है वो मैंने आइन रखा है, और नीचे जो आखिर में टॉक्स है ना, उसका मैंने मतलब वो ना ऊपर से आइन लग रहा था, इसका ऊपर वाला हिस्सा, तो मैंने उसी को नीचे भी कर दिया पुट्ठा करके, तो you know वो टॉक्स बन गया टॉक्स का. सो या और बस, और जो नीचे वाला है जो उसका लोगो है वो ये कि मैंने आइन को थोड़ा सा हेलमेट का शेप देने की कोशिश की है. Okay,
interesting. I think the idea is very cool, right? I'll be very transparent. Like I feel like to get like this idea now, like the next phase, even I like what you have going on over here, right? If you take this and like make like a vector version of this, because iski readability is better than this readability. Over here, like I have to guess. This is like a good artistic poster element, but there is a lot, like I know you just doodled this, but like I like this more, even more. Okay, like how would you kind of use this to kind of, you know, structure like the main thing with the bake going. So yeah, interesting concept. And honestly, for an hour, this is very cool, very interesting. I'd like to see what you kind of make of this. Okay, next up we have Sumit. Sumit, are you here with us?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Sumit. What is going on? Please walk us through.
So basically, मैंने 2 fonts blend करे.
Yeah.
मैं एक डिजाइनर नहीं हूँ, आई एम अ राइटर. अभी मैं डिजाइनिंग पे वापसी शिफ्ट कर रहा हूँ.
Amazing.
जैसे मैंने नो कोड वेबसाइट, सबसे पहले आपसे डिजाइनिंग. यू आर माय इंस्पिरेशन. आई लव द वे यू कैरी योरसेल्फ थ्रू आउट इंस्टाग्राम एंड आई क्रिएटेड दिस विद जेमिनी. आई एम अ राइटर. आई राइट डिस्क्रिप्टिव प्रॉम्प्ट्स. सो ये मैंने जेमिनी से बनाया है आपका जो पोस्टर है. और इसके नीचे टैगलाइंस जो है, देखो नीचे करना. वो बेंटो ग्रिड नहीं है, ये बेंटो ग्रिड नहीं है, ये मैंने कैनवा से बनाया है.
That's totally fine. But okay, very interesting. I like what you are doing, and honestly, as like you shifting to design, this is a very good design. The concept is there. I would maybe, for example, put the mic on the left, maybe, right, and give more weight to the word talks than to Ajeeb. Just flip that, right? And then with the concepts of me talking to a mic, it's so weird and interesting. I like this. I like the visuals that you've made, especially like, you know, these ones. They're like, it doesn't look like that you're shifting to design. I feel like it looks like you're getting into design in a good, smooth way. So this is very cool, you know, and I like that this is the mascot, this mic man, you know, so it is very interesting. I like this, and I think you'll get better with design with time, and like all of these will come up, because I like the copy. Your therapists can't afford to hear this, we can. What a beautiful way to you know, do this. I will maybe use this, who knows, but this is very nice, Sumit. So good job. If anyone has any thoughts that they would like to share, Ramesh, what do you think of this?
My opinion is pretty good, man. Like, I'm not talking about like generally for the design, but the concept and every single thing is just like killing it. If you are a good designer in future, you will maybe like
because this kind of shows this layer that okay, you can understand a bit of like art direction or communication, right? And then if you have design skill, which is like the third thing, which is obviously equally important, you've got like, you know, those 3 infinity stones. So I like this. This tells a story, and this kind of comes together. Obviously, we can structure the logo a bit better, putting the mic, switching the font weights, but overall the vibe is there. The color palette is very interesting. So good stuff, Sumit. Amazing. Wow. Beautiful. Next up, we have Ahmed Nadeem. But okay, Ahmed is maybe in a meeting, so we'll still just check it out. I love this visual, right? This wonky version of the mic coming together with inviting Chris Doe. Like, how did you know? But I like the mock-up. I like the pixel font coming together. I just feel like the structure of the logo can be slightly better, because like these colors are kind of clashing with each other. Like the gray with the pink is kind of blending in with the red at the back. So thoda sa ek clash hai that I would kind of look towards, but I like how this is coming together. Like maybe this and the scaling could be coming together. But honestly, I know guys, this is just a 1 hour practice. So us hisab se this is amazing. Good stuff, Ahmed. I think how many more do we have? We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Okay. Next up, we are going to check what Vikas has made. Vikas, are you here with us? Can you give me a yes? Yes, we got it. Vikas, can you hear us? Can you see us? Do you want to walk us through, Vikas? Or you can just type whatever you feel comfortable, but I can review this. Okay, so we have Ajeeb Talks. I love the Talks logo that you have, and what you're doing with the J, the mic, very interesting. We've got a very collage visual over here. I don't know what it is, but it looks very cool. You've got the TV in here with the cap on. Very interesting. It has a very this vintage Popeyes, the Sailor Man cartoon kind of vibes to it. So this is very cool. And you've got 2 people having a dialogue over here. So I feel like this is a very interesting start, a very interesting idea. I would make Ajeeb even more simpler too. So like the talks already has that kind of vibe. And I feel like this J thing feels a bit like you're pushing it, you know? I don't feel like we need that because you already have so much going on. So I would, if you're making a like an icon, maybe it could be separate, but with the J, because it looks fine if I zoom in. If I zoom out, we cannot even see that detail, right? So you're kind of making it difficult for yourself to make it, pop in that way. So it's kind of distracting. But I like the talks font. I like what the visual language, like this collage visual language there is. So very interesting. And then we have Mudassir. Mudassir was, I think he's still working, but it's okay. We'll let him cheat a bit, it's fine. But Mudassir, would you like to walk us through what is going on over here?
This is my first design branding or like logo design.
Yeah. Okay. So I think in terms of like the poster feel that you're going with and everything, just to go over, I feel like what you're doing with Ajeeb is very beautiful, very interesting, looks very hand-drawn, very tactile, which is fine. I just feel like that talks could have a similar thing or slightly more, right? So we know that, okay, this is a talk show that we're talking about. Maybe like apply this language on talks and Ajeeb could be like smaller that way. But then you've got like these nice posters coming in. This is very cool of like people. It looks like a community thing. I like what you have done with the thing. So it's very good element over here. I like the star element that we have. And you've kind of made like a few visuals to it. So this is a nice color palette, a nice vibe, a very good aesthetic. I would just fix the logo. So I think the whole thing could become like a very cool branding project. So good stuff, Mudassir. And I think last but not the least, we have Usman. Usman, please. Usman has been through so many of these. So he's actually a pro at like 1 hour branding. But Usman, walk us through what is going on over here.
So actually, this is my first time, but so what was the idea behind it was what sound does to an object, it just does oscillates and up and down. So yeah, I added a typography of Ajeeb talks and I figured out like what could I do. Yeah, and in the between A and J, I found like empty space, so I put the voice icons there, and that's it. The alignment is a bit off in the Figma because I pasted it in last 30 seconds from Illustrator. Okay, I think this is interesting. By the way, I'm so sorry. There is another member in our community. His name is Usman Siddiqui, right? And he also looks very similar to you. That's why I was confused. I was like, you are talking like him, but you're not him. That's why I said that I've seen you so many times. But it's you're a different Usman. I'm so sorry. But I think the concept is very interesting. Even like the weird, like the typography that you're doing, like the colors and like the feel. The only problem is that the sound wave thing is very interesting. It's just that when you add like two big things over here, we know that it is Ajeeb Talks because that was the brief. But most people won't know, right? If they look at it, they would be struggling to read it, right? So I think I would try to like simplify this a bit to just get people to read. Because the concept and the feel that you're working with is a very interesting, nice start. I like the check thing and whatever, right? So I would like to like kind of thing, because this is a very interesting concept. I would like to see it because it also looks like an editing timeline, also looks like sound wave. So it's like a very nice element. You can take it in very different places. But I would say like think about readability for the most part to kind of go to the next step. But this is a good start, Usman. Good stuff. Amazing. And I think last up we have Ramesh. Yes, Piyush, Ramesh. Okay, so Ramesh, please walk us through. I know we have a few elements. Ramesh also joined late, but that's totally fine. I think a lot of interesting things are going on over here.
अभी तक मुझे फाइनल मुझे कुछ पता नहीं चला, लेकिन the thing is that I was going for the podium one. Yeah. Because it's a podcast, but I was thinking like Ajeeb like talks about the Ajeeb things. Yeah. So it should be much more fun. So I shifted it to something like, what is this called? Like,
the director cut plate. I forgot. Yeah.
So मैंने E की जगह उसके mics use करे और add a trippy smiley emoji to make things more cool. और talks मैंने इससे professional लगा to like it resonates with a podcast. Like Coffee with Karan wala talks.
Yeah. Okay. Because I think like Okay, so these are very good ideas. My favorite thing out of all of this is just this. This is the logo for Ajeeb Talks. You know, you've got the mics, you've got the thing, you've got this like weird smile, like a very interesting element. And I like what you're doing with this thing over here. I even like what is this? Like this concept feels very like retro futuristic, but good ideas. Honestly, these are great ideas. I want to see like how you bring them together.
When I'm like creating a logo, I just need like 2-3 hours to think about it first.
Fair enough. Like I need a week. Okay, I need just a week to research. I know this exercise is very much on steroids. I understand. I don't think like any of you guys are like bad logo designers, right? It's just that for me, this could be like my 60th 1 hour branding thing. Okay. I
have done logo designs, but like I need much more time.
Of course, everyone does. Trust me. This is why we do this, right? So that time that you need like 2 hours could be brought down to maybe 1 hour for 45 minutes, you know, just like thinking about it. But these are good ideas, Ramesh. Very cool. Very cool. And I think last up, we have Suebia. Suebia just made this very cool concept of a podcast mic. I like the direction that she's going.
I want to add one more picture. Just
please. Yeah, we'll wait for Suebia.
I started when you said 10 minutes more.
Oh, okay. It's okay. You should be on Living on the Edge.
Because I have something here.
Okay. Wow, this is like a show in the 80s. Like, okay, very nice. I by the way, for those of you who don't know, Suebia is not a graphic designer first. She's an interior designer who is also getting into design. So this is amazing. It's a beautiful element. I like it. I have no comments. And I think with this mic and this colors, everything, I don't know about the lines though, but I do like this whole thing like all together. I may like make Ajeeb.
Yeah, it needs time.
Of course it needs time. Yeah, I know. All of our projects need time. Okay. But I think, good stuff, guys. This is amazing. I think lastly, I'll just show you what I have been working towards. And this is the logo that I made. Ajeeb Talks, and I made like another version of the same logo because I kind of figured out like talks could be written in this way, which kind of would show that it is talks, and because this looks like a K or whatever, but shouldn't be the primary logo. It could be like an interesting element that comes in, you know. And I think Suebia mentioned something about sound waves, right? And how could like talks and like waves and sound waves can align. Okay, so this is the visual that I made, and I feel like this opened the door to create like some more beautiful things about it. So this was a poster that we made last week. I literally just used that and changed colors, and I think it works well. A signboard, another signboard, and then we made like this AI visual of like two people talking on a talk show, and these are our own mascots on this like pink background city, so it kind of matches that. And I think I could create like a better like world around this. So this is what I made, and I think I personally do like it. I feel like it has a lot of potential. I could be like, when the next guest comes, like we can see like which one. I think I can use this, but amazing. Okay, so now this is the last part of tonight, okay, which is that I am making a small green shape, right? Now, whoever has the Figma link, all you have to do is everyone has one vote, okay? You have to put the sticker and put it next to any of the artwork, including mine. Why am I including mine? Because we need to use this for Ajeeb Talks, right? So I want to see like which one we are using. So let's say, and you cannot vote for yourself, okay? And it doesn't mean that we have to use that branding exactly. It's just because we need to think about, this is a good idea. We should be working with this, okay? That's like the core concept of it. It's not like, this is it and whatever. So can everyone just copy this circle and use it wherever you think this is your favorite project, okay? So perfect. So just put it next on the name of your friend that you feel like, okay, this is your favorite idea, okay? Nothing else. In your personal opinion, this is like, okay, this is your favorite idea. If I am putting one, for me, for example, I think the mic logo that Ramesh made is a very interesting idea. My favorite one out of all of these. I'm going to put my sticker over there. My vote has been gone. Once everyone has voted, can we get like a thumbs up from everyone that, okay, I've voted, and we can then move to the next stage. Thank you, Arshan. Okay, Mudassir has voted. Ahmed has voted. Hoor, I think you have voted. Who is left, guys? Who is left? Okay, Sumit, I'm just waiting for you to vote. I think people are thinking too much, guys. You don't have to think about it too much. You know, you can just vote regardless.
We are being judged right now.
Yeah, that's the best part, right? You can decide. But it's like, you know, because then I feel like one important factor to realize that design is subjective, right? You may think like, oh, like one person may hate that design, the other person may love it, you know. But yeah, I think everyone has voted, right? Should we look into what is going on? Okay, I think everyone has voted. Arshan, why the long face? Okay.
Normally बैठा हूँ यहाँ पे.
Sorry. Okay, amazing. Okay, I think everyone has voted. Can everyone stop moving their cursor so I know that we are done? Let's start with like what we see. Okay, so we've got one vote for Ramesh. Okay, amazing. We've got 3 votes for Ahmed Nadeem. Okay, underdog move. Very nice. We've got 4 votes for Arshan. Okay, Arshan is winning in the line so far. And then we've got 3 votes for me. So that means our winner for tonight is Arshan Tawhidi. So can everyone please give clap for Arshan? Let's go. Yeah, good stuff. Arshan, would you like to, you know, give a speech? You know, who would you like to thank?
Yeah, I would like to thank my mom and dad.
Amazing. Bless them.
I would like to thank Areeb for hosting this event.
Amazing.
Being you know, like a nice host.
Thank you. And these are, imagine like this is what you do in 1 hour. Imagine what you can do in 2 hours or in 2 weeks, right? So great stuff, everyone. Thank you for joining in. For those of you who are just watching, thank you so much for being a good audience. I will see you guys very soon. Maybe next week we do something together. Maybe next week we have something, but we will have an exciting week ahead of us. Thank you so much again, guys. Have a beautiful rest of the day. And I will see you guys very soon. Allah Hafiz, people.